Hello everyone, this is Sandra at the Whispering Well. So today is just going to be a bit of a chatty video, just talking about goddesses really, because I've had something happen recently and I just thought I would kind of share it with all of you. And you know, there might be some of you that have had similar experiences. So please feel free to leave any comments down below if you would like to, as we kind of talk about this. So as some of you that have been watching my videos for a while or know me personally, you'll know that the goddess Ariamrod has been with me for quite a while. I'd say probably about 10 years now. It's got to be something like that, because prior to that, I just got the god Kanunos, and no goddess had ever kind of come to me, or that I wasn't pulled to work with a particular goddess. And then my dad had this big cardiac arrest that happened, which is a little bit different to a heart attack, but we nearly lost him that time, but luckily they were able to help him at the specialist heart hospital, and we did get another 8 years with him. But during that time, that's when Ariamrod came to me, and she's like the weaver of fate and stuff, and I thought, has she come to me and she's trying to kind of tell me, look, it isn't your dad's fate to go now at this time, this is not going to happen? Because when she came to me, I kind of felt like I didn't feel panicked all the time about it. Even going to visit my dad, it didn't seem like he was going to pass away, even though we knew his heart had stopped several times and they said there was a possibility of brain damage and things like that. But I was never in that state of, oh no, we're going to lose him, not only at the initial time when it happened. And it was like she came to me then as if to help and to say, look, it's not his time, I know, because I control the fates, I'm the weaver of fate, and I know this is not going to happen now, this is not like his time. And I'd worked with her since then. I didn't even go off of like correspondences and things with her. The colours to use with her just came to me, which are white, blue, this kind of blue, and purple, with her. And ever since then she's always been there, and she still is now. But it's like what's happened now is like she's kind of stepped back a bit, not gone, but stepped back a bit, and another goddess has come forward. And I've never had this happen before, but I think I've heard other people say that it's happened to them. So it'd be interesting to hear, you know, what you think. But the other goddess that has come forward to me is Ellen of the Ways, who I don't really know an awful lot about. I do know that she is sometimes called the Green Woman. I know that she is associated with Britain, and I know that one of her animals, or the one that she's most connected to, is deer, and she's an antlered goddess. So a bit like Kanunos has the antlers, so does Ellen. So because I don't know that amount about her, I found this book on Amazon, which is Finding Ellen, The Quest for Ellen of the Ways, and it's edited by Caroline Wise, and foreword is by John Matthews, who a lot of us know, connected with decks and things. So and in this we've got like a picture there, and then we've got part 1, Ellen of the Ways. So you've got like introductions to her. We've also got a piece written by Caitlin Matthews as well. Part 2 is the Dear Mother. This is what I'm saying, that she's very connected with Dear. We've got different contributors to this book. We've also got Cheska Potter, who I believe did the what's the tarot deck? You're probably all screaming at me, but you know, you probably know the deck I'm talking about, the one that's out of print. Honestly, how can I forget that? The Greenwood Tarot. So she's written a piece here. So that's part. She's contributed to part 3, which is the Green Lady, which is what I'm saying, that yeah. And her part is actually called the Green Woman. I don't know if you can see this very well, but that's all the different parts in the book. Then we have backtracks, the Sun Path and the Waters at the Shaman's Gate. So this is going to be quite cool, and there are some like illustrations in here, illustrations and some like photographs and things like that. So I think this will be really good for looking into this goddess, but she has really kind of come forward, and I'm thinking, well, actually it kind of makes sense, because I've got Kanunos, who's always been with me. It's almost like he's been with me from childhood. It's really strange. There's never been any other god, it's always been him. And she would obviously pair perfectly with Kanunos. So yeah, so it's getting to know her and like working with her now, and she has like a gentle energy, and another, I mean, she'd come to me in dreams, and it just feels like she's in my mind a lot of the time. But also I did a guided meditation that was like a guided meditation to meet a goddess or somebody. It didn't have to be a goddess. So this guided meditation was in the woods actually, and I did visualise myself sitting at the bottom of a tree. And you know, the guided meditation is like, see what comes to you. If you see anything, is there anything around you? Do any animals come to you? And this female deer came to me. She came right over, and in the meditation I had some grass on the palm of my hand and gave to her, and she let me stroke her. So I think that was a definite sign as well. So with this, I'm going to try and get an Ellen of the Ways statue. I have seen one that is actually Ellen, that is meant to be her, in the same kind of style as my Kanunos as well, which will be really great. I mean, I won't be able to get these things immediately because, you know, there's Glastonbury coming up in August and stuff, but I know in my mind what I want to get, and I also want to have a deer, some kind of deer representation, or, you know, stag or female deer representation on my altar as well. So I've got to really change up my altar area quite a bit to accommodate, because I don't really want to take Ariane Rod off. The only other thing I was thinking I could do, because I've got like the windowsill in the bedroom, which where I have like goddesses, and I've got a statue of Kanunos which has got a broken horn and things, but I can't like bring myself to throw it away, and a couple of other bits and like incense burner and stuff. And I did think I could put Ariane rod on there if necessary, but I don't really want to, so I'm gonna have to see how I can sort of do that. But it's like amazing how this has happened. And I think sometimes, you know, that maybe goddesses come to us, or gods even, for a reason, and at a certain point maybe in our lives. And you know, I've always loved the woods. I love trees. You know, my brother and I have said, and we've done this, we've walked barefoot on grass, but we want to kind of walk in the woods barefoot as well. This is probably bound to happen at some point. And she's like really connected with the woods as well, and just the whole green woman thing, because I also love the image of the green man, always loved that, and I've got green man representations all over the place. I've got several probably behind me. I mean, this candlestick holder is like different faces of the green man on it, for instance. I do have, this used to sit on my desk when I worked at the library. Oops, it's got conkers in it at the moment, but this is kind of like a tree man, and this is meant to represent spring. I used to have this on my desk at work, which, you know, did not particularly please my boss, but you know, she kind of got over it. So yeah, so there's that. But then I was out last week. I met up with my other brother, because you've all met my younger brother, you know, on video, and you know, we often go to places together. But my brother that's 2 years younger than me, that lives in Devon, I haven't seen for around 18 months, so we kind of met up halfway, or a little bit over halfway for them, but in Oxfordshire. We went to the White Horse chalk figure that's there climbing up the hill, which, like, oh my god, it wasn't as bad as climbing the Tor, but it was close to it. So we did that, and we went to Wayland's Smithy, which I really loved. It's the site owned by English, or managed by English Heritage, and it's a Saxon long barrow. So you've got, but there's like a little, almost like a little cave entrance to it, and then there's like the stones around, and it goes down. It's a real proper long barrow, and it is really long, obviously, where people were buried in those times, probably somebody important or important people. And I mean, that there you just get a sense of, like, to be quiet there, because I said to my brother, what did you feel? And he felt the same, like it was a thing of don't talk, just be quiet and be respectful in this place. That's what it felt like. But anyway, while we were waiting for my brother from Devon to come, we were sat in the car park and just having a sandwich and just having our lunch, and there was a crow out outside the window just hopping about. And I said to my brother, I said, oh no, look, there's something wrong with its leg, because it was walking kind of like that. And my brother had a look and he said, oh, it looks like an old crow as well. I said, yeah, it does. So we were feeding it bits of bread and stuff, and it was coming over and taking the pieces. But we noticed even when it flew, it had one leg hanging down, that leg that it's obviously was broken or something. But you know, the way it kept sort of doing this and looking and coming over all the time. Even if it went off, it was coming back. And it just made me think of the Morrigan. And I have on occasions had the Morrigan come to me, but only at specific times. But I did think of that, and just talking about it now, I'm getting like goosebumps all over me. So what's that about? And I thought, well, I can't have two other goddesses coming to me, surely. So I'm not completely sure with that, but it was strange with this crow. It was almost like I could have gone out and stroked it, and I mean, to the point that I even took some photographs of it. And I said to my brother, I said, it's almost like I don't want to leave that crow, which is really strange. So I don't know what you think, but anyway, I don't know whether it would be, I mean, Ellen seems to be really pushing herself forward, but then there's this crow energy as well, and I know crows are not linked with Ellen because I've looked it up. And the only goddess that I can find crows really linked with is the Morrigan, or possibly Hell. Well, I know that's definitely not, because that does not feel right or anything to me. Hell. I'm not sure if crows are associated with Hecate. They might be, but I'm not sure. But it's more my way of thinking. It feels more like if it was anything, it'd be the Morrigan. So anyway, I have this book, and funny enough, I've had this book for a while, and this is the Morrigan, Celtic Goddess of Magic and Might by Courtney Webber. And I bought this in Atlantis Bookshop the last time I was there, which is a long time ago because it was before lockdown. And I don't know what it was. I saw it on the table that they had in the centre, and just something drew me to it. And I thought, well, that's strange because it's the Morrigan, and I don't really work with the Morrigan. And so now I'm thinking, I wonder if I was meant to pick that up because I was meant to read it at some point. I haven't read it yet. It's just sat on the shelf, and it's almost like it was waiting for something, or I was meant to buy this to read it at a later date. So anyway, we're nearly 18 minutes in of me wittering going on about goddesses and things, but I just thought it was interesting, and I just thought I would share it with you guys. It's also kind of exciting as well that another goddess has like made herself known to me, and possibly a third. But I'm thinking, how can I really work with three goddesses at once? Probably not really. But then Ariane Rod seems to have stepped back a bit. Not, like I say, not gone, but she stepped back a bit, as if to kind of say, well, I'm going to step back and I'm going to let Elaine come forward because this is who you need to be working with right now. So this is what I'm thinking, but I'm thinking that the Morrigan may be there somewhere as well. But I'm not sure, because I'm not sure that the Morrigan is a goddess that you would work with as well as another or other goddesses. I'm not sure. So again, if anyone's got any experiences of working with like more than one goddess, or working with the Morrigan alongside another goddess, it'd be really interesting to hear how that's been for you, how that's worked. So yeah, so that's all it is today, guys. It was just about that, just about sharing, you know, Elaine, and I'm really looking forward to reading about her, and I'll maybe do a follow-up video to this when I've learnt some more, and if I get like a representation of her, and if I change my altar up, then I could show that to you guys as well. But yes, anyway, I hope everyone is doing well. The weather seems to be a lot different now. I said I hope that's not it. I hope we haven't had summer and that's it here in the UK. Hopefully we'll get some nice weather again soon, and yeah, I hope everyone's doing well, and I will talk to you all soon. And yeah, let me know if you would like to any comments in the comments below. Bye.